Hello and welcome everybody. We finally made it to the final recap of the Season 14 GMAN Division 5A recap. Yes. Unfortunately, I was not able to recap any sooner than this. And very unfortunately, that means we have a problem. You know that button that sometimes you see that button here? Look at the replay. Well, I didn't get to look at any replays, so that's the bad news. The good news is nobody cares probably, because this is all old news. This is from a week ago, so let's just look at this shortly, briefly. This was the important match. This was the one, if anyone wins it, that guy wins the division. You all know by now it's Hinders. Hinders won the division. The perfect MVPs for both sides. The Edgy Knight, the Speed Wolf. Who else do you want to have that can, that gets the MVP? Overall, not many SPP around, and well, losing to kill teams. Yep. Full Metal Chemist lost to an almost kill team because they killed one. They killed their killiest one. Johann von Liebig. Is it? No, Justus. Justus von Liebig. He got deaded. He isn't here anymore. Yeah, unfortunate. What we see is, well, they had a lightning bolt. They had a lightning bolt. Both teams got a wizard. That means someone scummed 150k. And it was the Bretts. Unfortunately, it didn't help. And if you look at this, 100% of everything, oh yeah, well, except pickup. That's not important. On the other side here, it's not that bad either. 100%. Okay, it's all everything. Pickup. How can you pick up the ball 5 times and then lose it again? Well, like this. Like this. I know. Anything special about the dice? Nope. Nope. Less skulls than powers, but yeah. On the other hand, we have lots of both downs, and both downs almost never help against threats, except for the peasants, but the peasants are lame. Then we have Legion 9 Urus against the Top Bananas. Yes, we have this button here, but for one game, I'm not... Yeah, it would be unfair. 2-1 for the Legion. Armor breaks. Yeah, Top Bananas as as in all games. Yep, they don't. They don't break armor. On the other hand, Legion 9 Urus, 11 armor breaks is actually a lot for them, unfortunately. And a pass. Very nice. Both have passes. That's actually very low for the Top Bananas. I'm wondering, did we see any... Yeah, one failed pass attempt. Might even be the pass skill. So, nothing lost here. Injuries, very, very well. Doesn't look that bad. Looks good. Oh, catch. There were more than... Nope. That's from something else. That's not a pass attempt. Anything else? Whoa! That's a lot of... 14 against 11. At least they got something out of it. Yeah, 42 against 21. Only 2 KOs and 1 injury from 11 armor breaks is, of course, not what you want to see, but that's what you sometimes have as a kill team. It's not that killy yet. Then the Chinese numbers against the Jurassic Sparks. Oh, a hurt goblin, unfortunate, but a new Saurus. And the Jurassic Sparks continued their winning streak, 3 wins in a row, and 1 death. It's the death of Yi, I believe, the killer, the Skaven Blitzer killer. Unfortunately got killed, so that's a second killer gone here. He even got 2 SPP. Yeah, so 6 SPP for the Chinese numbers and 16 for the Jurassic Sparks. Very nice for them. Really stupid. Nobody was stupid in this game. That's unfortunate, but that two is not that many. Whoa, really nobody was stupid at all in this game. And nobody could run. But yeah, that also happens sometimes. Anything here with the block dice. That's more skulls than powers, but still it's not improbable. So same with this. Yeah. Nothing very much out of the ordinary. Sorry if I rush through these, but as I said, these are old news. Just one last look. Somewhat engaged against the High Toon Hustlers. High Toon Hustlers Herringslot managed to win, so the first game that we saw here, the Breds against Necro, they knew a draw is not enough, that it has to be a win, which they did. Play of Spoilers Memer got a level up from this, and Sheriff got his last MVP. 2 passes, 2 touchdowns, lots, and I repeat, lots of SPP, 19 overall. On the other hand, at least it's 12. And Admin Abuse, of course, he punched a guy. 2, in fact. Yep. 2 injuries inflicted. Very nice. Anything here out of the ordinary? Casualty. Unimportant. D6. Whoa! That's normally supposed to be the other way around. Fortunately, you played against elves. But Admin Abuse who rolled a lot of those, apparently. Who rolled all of them. All of the hitting dice, block dice. Yeah, he has tackle, so it doesn't matter that the enemy had dodge. And here we see Herringzord. Did you have streamer dice? Not that Dreamy if I didn't stream. And didn't also stream. That's nice. That's unfortunate. That's nice. Yeah. Overall looks also to be very much. Oh, again 142 running meters. It looks to me like it was a normal 2-1 grind, and even elves can grind sometimes. Let's look at the teams. How did the teams end up? High Toon Hustlers almost 1,500. More than that. This one is not included, so very nice. Is he just MNG? Just MNG. Yeah, of course. If somebody gouges my eye out, I'm gone for a week, and then back to normal. Yeah, very nice development here. Oh, yeah, finally the block on Butch Cassidy. We have a kicker. We have here tackle on both the blitzers. Very nice. I'm not sure about the dodge on the thrower. I mean, don't you play high elves for the long passes? You could potentially go with something passier, but we know that Herringslot isn't the passiest of passing players normally. Yeah. I don't know what I'm looking for here. Next up, somewhat engaged. I'm wondering how long we will see this team with. How long we will see Admin Abuse, actually. This team, probably a long time. Admin Abuse is the one I'm looking at here. Lost some players, didn't he? This next MNG. Ooh, and here we have a movement bust, so I know who's going on the line. It's a tree, yeah. Not only him. And I missed next game. So next game, will be harsh, but it's Wood Elves, so they just have to get accustomed to that, I would say. Yeah, but also nice development. Finally, dedicated recapper, getting another tackle. All is nice, all is good. Chinese numbers. They unfortunately got their killer killed. And there's not that much. Okay, we have the throwers, they have blotch now. Both starting with a double. Nice. Also having a double. Is it a double? It's not even a double, is it? No, it's not. It's a normal. Yep. So we have the killer for the thingamajigs. For the bash matchups, yes. For the bash matchups, we unfortunately lost our killer for the edge matchups. Happens, I would say. And Ling as a block troll. Very, very good indeed. And no goblin has a level up. Also very good indeed. Although underworld goblins tend to get some levels and are actually quite fun when having levels. Yeah, I think last game was very unfortunate for Manaloth. Then, is it still toddler? It's still toddler chaos. I say it's still toddler chaos. We have our Leogor, we have our Beastman. We still are on 11 players, 1 level each on the Chaos Warriors, and not that far along with some. Here, Titus Puyo, maybe. Aquarius Gore, the killer, also not very far along. And the only other level Beastman except for our elf here has a movement bust. Is that all? That's all. Still, I think, I would think Claudian had hoped for a little bit more development, but best of luck in the second half of the season, I would say. How good people turn evil. Our team for the play-ins, and how good are they looking? Yes, very nice. We have dodge, we have the 2 tackle on the not mighty blow guy. If you need tackle, you take tackle. Block on both flash columns. Yeah, this is a nice team. We have even Justus, he's here, and the banana. So some trophies along the way. Yeah, it's looking good. The only thing is, yeah, it's too early to think about the taxes. Toilet humor, well, he only gets SPP for when getting the MVP, and I think that's by design. I don't think Hindus likes the ghouls very much, and probably doesn't want to level it even. Because he is toilet humor, runs a lot, but always hands the ball off. So I'm guessing Hindus doesn't even want him to level. Then we have the top bananas, and they have seen better days. Definitely have seen better days. We don't even have a thrower anymore. We don't have a banana anymore. And we only have 1 blitzer. It's all unfortunate. But we have a guard guy. So not all is lost. Kinda bad still. Yeah, so Trevor McDonald might look at this team and say, ugh, high elves were an interesting idea once. I don't know if any of these guys, of you guys, is thinking about getting rid of that team. I know Hindus isn't. Why would he? But I don't know about the rest, so I'm just talking out of my butt. Oxhester, Jurassic Sparks, has 3 skins, has Oivak, has... Is it Sprint? No, it's Sure Feet, is it? Yeah, Shufi. Better one. Good. Everything nice. Croxigor almost leveled to another one. Break tackle first. That's an interesting choice. Because you don't... That's not normally not really a points generating skill, and that on a first level on someone who's normally really slow to level. I'm not sure I like it, except if you want to make him your scorer, then you still have to catch on a 5. Yeah, I think they are more important skills than break tackle, but break tackle is nice on a Saurus, don't get me wrong. But there's a list of skills that I would take before it. At least block. Maybe one utility Saurus with break tackle as second skill, yes. But block. Block is so important. Yeah. Otherwise, I think slow but steady. The development is nice. Didn't lose too much. Still, probably would like to have more skinks. And last but not least, we have the Breds. We have Kildal, who has only 3 blitzers now. And he doesn't have the money to get a new one, because he's scummed the wizard. That's unfortunate in multiple times. But we have a really, really nicely developed team with 4 guard pieces. Ugh. We have a kicker, we have a dirty player, we have a block guy. Yeah, we have this sacker, we have the edgy knight. Yeah, all is fine except for the loss of your killer. And I don't want to curse you, but be prepared to never have a killer again, because that's how Brats roll. But only having one guy, Svante Arrhenius, who is not leveled yet, and of course it's a blocker because you didn't start with all your blockers, is really good. So this team has much potential going forward. Yeah, so that's how the team's developed. And now let's take a look at the development of the standings. We have how good people turn evil. First, pretty bad, but then steadily going up. 5 wins in a row now. The winner of the div, and I don't think anyone can take anything away from Hindus for that feat. Herringsword got back up. Is this correct? Did I do something wrong? Was Herringsword in first place for 2 weeks? It must have been. He must have been, because I don't do stuff wrongly here. No. Okay, yeah, Herringsword. Almost made it. Unfortunately, his run-in with Hindus ended his first place career. Kjerdal and the Full Metal Chemists. Yeah. Very great start. And then unfortunately lackluster in the end. I think the 3 wins were here, and somewhere here. So, yeah. 2 wins in the beginning, but unfortunately, yeah, a loss in the end. And that cost him 2nd place. And then Oxester and the Jurassic Sparks, long time at the bottom of the table, and then 3 wins in a row for 4th place in the upper half of the bracket. Very nice development here. For Dreamify, on the other hand, that's a downfall if I've ever seen one. Yeah, there was 1 win in here somewhere, but the rest, unfortunately, going downhill. The Legion, as expected for a fresh Chaos team, comes in pretty pretty low on the table. 7 points, not the worst that could have happened. Underworld, always, yeah, somewhat unpredictable. And that unpredictable also means not very consistent. And if you're not very consistent, then you end up pretty low in the table. And then the top bananas, if you're beaten to a pulp multiple times during a 7-game season, then that's just where you end up. One glorious victory against Remify, but otherwise down in the drain. Yeah, and beaten into it, unfortunately. Then let's look at the bold predictions that we've had. Yeah, we've had bold predictions. I don't know if you remember, it was a long time ago. And we predicted who will get the top spot. Hindus got 2 votes, Kjelda got 1 vote, Dreamify 2, and Herringsort 1. And the 2 guys that voted for Hindus were Hindus and Dreamify. Ah, look at him. Look how proud he is. Little guy. Yeah. So congratulations to Hindus for winning the diff and winning the bold prediction that you will win the diff. Then we had some other bold predictions. We had Justus von Liebig will die before the end of the 4th game. Almost, it was a 7th game, so it's a no. Then we had 5A will see the most touchdowns of any fresh division in GMAN. Yeah, you beat a lot of those fresh divisions, but unfortunately 5E was miles ahead when it came to touchdowns, so that did not happen either. And one of the elf teams will inflict the highest body count. If you look at Cass, we had somewhat engaged, and the top bananas shared last with 7 Cass. Haitun Hustlers 13 Cass is also only 5th place. In 1st place we had the Chinese numbers with 18 Cass. But what if we don't count the Cass? What if we count the kills? Well, we had no kills from somewhat engaged. Top bananas had 1 kill, and the Haitun Hustlers only 2. That's last place, shared 5th and 4th place. And in 1st place we had the Full Metal Chemist, who had full 5 kills, more than all the elf teams combined. Also did not work out. Then we had the match between Hindus and Herringsort, and it was predicted to be a good game. What do we say to that? No, it wasn't. It really wasn't. It was almost a snooze fest. So, unfortunately, bold predictions, but that's why they are bold, because most of them will not work out. That's got mine. I will be held responsible, actually, for my own bold predictions. So I predicted no more draws with a new team. That was gone in the 1st week. Then we had Dreamify, who will play more games with 1 or less War Dancers catchers than with 2. He lost his War Dancer for 1 game, and the catcher now in the last got MNG'd for next game. So, yeah, no, he had them for most of the time. Then the Chinese numbers will cast someone with the Thrown Goblin. That was an almost. He hit someone with the Thrown Goblin. Unfortunately, that guy wasn't cast. It was the Goblin, probably a fat Goblin, so it was wobbly and squishy. Yeah, should have eaten it. The Legion will end up with the player with the most running meters. Leo Gorgo 258 meters, which is not bad, but it was only 4th place. 4th place is not the most, so also gone. Then Indus manages a 1-turn touchdown with a Speed Wolf. If all the games... if you're Necro and you have to do a 1-turn touchdown, something in your game plan went wrong, but not so horribly wrong that you're on the verge of defeat. For most of the games for Hindus, his whole game plan worked out, so he did not have a reason to do a 1-turn touchdown. And his Speed Wolf only had 3 touchdowns in the end. None of those were 1-turns, so nope. Then Top Banana will die, leaving the Top Bananas bananaless for the season. Yes! Got one! And then Jurassic Sparks will have a game with both a Skink Cast and a Saurus touchdown. We had Saurus touchdowns against the top bananas and the Chinese numbers, but no Skink Cast at all in any of the games, so nope. And then last, the Full Metal Chemist will lose the most players because of all those peasants. Well, he had 2 dead and 1 fired, and the top bananas alone had 5 deaths. That's also no. But I got 1. And now for the last and the most important part, the GMAN Division 5A seasonal awards. All of those. Please ignore, I just realized that I did not change the title for the rest of the slides. Anyway, here we have the Long Bomber Award, 40 passing meters by John Wayne Beresford from the High Toon Hustlers. Unfortunately, I'm not giving awards for anyone who died, so Top Long Bomber the second with the 62 meters was at the top, but he's also dead. Yeah. Then we have Game Time, which goes to How Good People Turn Evil. Hindus managed to waste nobody's time with an average match time of 84 minutes. Everyone else was somewhere between 90 and 100 minutes. Next, Angered the Ref. The Chinese numbers angered the Ref the most. 6 expulsions in 7 games. Normally, this I have to give a disclaimer. This award is not for goblins. But if the goblins are on an underworld team, they are allowed, so they get it. Next up, the Bargain Boozers Armor Emporium Discount Shopper Award goes also to John Wayne Beresford from the High Toon Hustlers. Fitting, I would say. He received 16 blocks and got 12 armor breaks from it. That's a very low percentage. Probably was fouled a bit by Hindus, but I'm not speculating here. I'm just going by the facts. Next up, the Run Forest Run Award. It's as if everything goes to Herring's award. Maybe he knew which awards will come here, and instead of going for the win, going for the awards. Yeah, it was Butch Cassidy. Probably the favorite after week 1 when he got his 150 meters running, which was will probably be the seasonal record for the season. And he got 314 in the end with 3 touchdowns. Honorable mention, the Ghoul Toilet Humor, 262 meters without a touchdown. That's what you get if you play for Hindus. Yeah, and it's still not over with the High Toon Hustlers, because the Studios B award goes to Alan Sheriff, who got the most SPP of any player this season. This split. 27 SPP earned, that's 3.86 per game. That's a lot. That's more than anybody else. And then Pillow Fists. Yeah, that's something you would expect from the elves, but unfortunately that goes to Titus Puyo from the Legion 9 Urus. 55 blocks made, 5 stuns, 1 KO, 1 CAS. It's not much at all, and not what you expect from a guy that looks like that. Then, Legendary Armor. Quepas, the Saurus, received 29 blocks and only got his armor broken twice. That's staying power here. Then, last one. I actually wanted a top scorer award, but yeah, we had 4 people in 3 people with 4 touchdowns. It was I couldn't decide, so I didn't want to give out an award for 3 people, so nobody gets one. And we have the Killer Instinct award as the last award. Yeah, killer was Yi, the Skaven Blitzer from the Chinese number dead. Okay, the second killer was Justus von Liebig from the Full Metal dead. Yeah. The killer was Tsar of the Moon, a Saurus from the Jurassic Sparks. He had made 65 blocks, 17 AV breaks, 2 KOs, 5 CAS, and 1 kill, and the kill was that guy. He killed his competitor. Very good, very nice indeed. So, like and subscribe, and if you subscribe, hit the bell. I haven't gotten any money from YouTube, and I think it's because I've never asked you guys to hit the subscribe and the like button. And now it's the last recap. I will never get rich this way. Well, I hope you have a very nice, very good second split. And yeah, see you guys around. Bye!